Indy and I out in the mountains, seeking some adventure. We are heading up Rough Creek in the South Island of New Zealand, and the loose plan is we're going to head up to a basin up the top of the creek, which is full of little streams and hopefully some places that we'll be able to find a camper. Being in the outdoors and the companionship of a dog are two wonderful ways to de-stress, and that's what this is all about. But first of all, we've got to get up there. I've got to find a nice spot to have some lunch. Yep, and give you a drink of water. So let's go. Lead the way. Lead the way, pup. Here we go. It's amazing how quickly you feel it when you get out into the bush. I opened the car door and the first thing I did was smelt the beautiful smell of bush. And then the sounds and sights were all around me. Instantaneously, my stress levels just plummet. Log crossing number 3, here we come. Oh, it's slippery. You know, speaking of adventure and stress, after carrying a personal locator beacon for about 2 decades, I finally had to use it 2 days ago. And spoiler alert, I'm in the mountains climbing, so it clearly wasn't for me, but I had to use it for a friend. I'll tell you guys all about it over our fireside chat. But needless to say, there's a lot that can be learned when you are in difficult situations that helps you be more resourceful and more capable of handling stress day to day. We're about halfway up to the bush line, and then we're going to walk a bit beyond that to find our camp spot, so I better keep on pushing. Indy's on top form, she's loving it. There's another 2 dogs up here, a couple are up hunting, and Indy's been socialising, so it's good times. It's good times, guys. I'll see you a little bit higher up. So we've made it to the bush line and out into this beautiful basin. Yes, we have. And the lovely couple with the 2 dogs that we met earlier, who are supposed to be going over the top of that ridge and over to the other side, I can see they've set their tent up just up there, which is exactly where I want it to be. And I don't come all the way out into the outdoors on my own on a weekday to a remote place to camp right in front of someone else. So I'm having to rethink my ideas. The sun, I don't know if I can show you, is almost setting. So because we're in the mountains, the sun goes down behind the mountain and we lose that sun. So we don't have a lot more sun. I don't want to be dilly-dallying around, but I don't want to camp with them in my vista. They just threw that little bit of grass there. So I'm going to head up here and see what we can find on the other side. There you go. You lie down on your mat. There you go. The sun's almost gone behind the mountain. I'm just trying to use the last few minutes of daylight to get everything set up. I'm wanting to have a fire tonight, just a small one to cook my meat over. But the problem is, there's no trees around here. They're a good decent walk down the hill. Let's go and see if we can find some firewood. And I'll take my pack, and that way if I come across some rocks and some wood, I can actually stash it in my pack. Down. The bush is actually quite a long way down. Alright, sorry, you're looking right into the sun. Okay, I think we'll give it a go. All right, jackpot. Jackpot. We've got all the rocks we could want and some standing deadwood. Alright, we have got a big climb to get back to camp, so let's get cracking on that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh Indy, that is some weight. Right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Back to camp. I'm absolutely shattered. Okay, camp is there. I cannot give up, even though I have some battle scars. Let's get to camp, get a fireplace set up, and then I've got some wine and a few snacks to enjoy. What do you think, Indy? I don't want it to be too near the long grass or too near the tent. Tricky. It's a lot of long grass. Oh, hi. Were you wanting some dinner? Shall I give you your dinner now? You can have some dinner while I set up the fireplace. Right, come round over. Where would I put the fire? I'm going to put the fire over there so you can come and have your dinner here. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm sure it's dinner time because the sun is setting. And that's about dinner time, isn't it? That was my objective for a non-rainy camp, because I usually go out camping in the rain. If you've seen my channel before, you'll know that I love camping in the elements. But I wanted to camp in the sun because I wanted to see the sunset and I want to see the sunrise. When you're in the mountains, it's really hard because you don't actually often get to see the horizon. So what we can see though is the beautiful pink clouds. So I'm going to show you that before they disappear. After all the hard work I went to get the firewood, there really isn't a lot. Just going to be a very small fire, which is probably a good idea. The ground is dampish, but there's a lot of dry grass around, so I'm not going to have a big fire. I'll make sure I've got a pot of water next to it and my probably Indi's mat at the ready to smother it, or probably a tinfoil blanket would be better, wouldn't it, from the emergency kit. Ooh, I'm salty. The only other thing I want to do is see if I can go and find some more rocks, because that would give a little bit more protection from embers rolling down. Hello! Hello, what's that you say? Is it time for me to have some wine and snacks? It is nearly, very nearly. Let's just finish getting this fire set up, and then you are so right. Oh, I am salty, aren't I? Look, look. Right. Drink of water first. And rocks. I've brought just the tiniest portion of wine. And I haven't even brought a cup with me because I wanted to travel lightly. So I'm just trying to decide if I should drink it out of this or pour it into my billy. So my billy is doubling as my cup today. It's so nice to have a fire, even if it's a small one. It's all you need really, just a little something to warm the body and warm the spirits. Cheers. Here's to a fantastic day. It was a hard walk in. It wouldn't be hard for most people, but I found it hard. It's just tiring. Just uphill the whole way. So what have I got with me? I have got shiitake mushroom crisps, which are amazing. There's nothing worse than the smoke in your face, and it will blow straight in my face because the wind is coming up the valley. Right, let me find a sensible spot to sit out of the smoke. I'm not sure if Indi wants to come out. Hello, you're inside. She'll probably come out when the meat goes on the fire. Right, I might need to find some lights. I've been trying not to turn the camera lights on because there are two other groups of people camping down in the valley. And I've tucked myself just over this little hill here, but still I don't want to illuminate the whole place because that really ruins other people's enjoyment. And one of the things I've promised myself is I'll only film myself in the outdoors if it doesn't interfere with anyone else. And that's why you never see me filming when there's another person around. I might say, oh, I stopped and chatted to someone. I'm never going to include that in my videos. I just don't think it's fair. Right, I'll find some lights. There we go. Now pups, if I put this one here, then everybody might see you. And I know they want to see you. There we go. We put this one inside. You staying in there? You're going to come out later and say hi to everyone. Okay, I just need to put my puffer jacket on because it is getting cold. Baby, do you want to come and sit with me? Come on, what about if I... Hang on, you come over here, because you're shorter, and I'll sit at the back. Yeah, there we go. You're not too close to the fire though. It's moved, like that. There you are. Of course the fire wants to turn around and blow at us now. Ah, Murphy's Law, Indi, Murphy's Law. Going back to bed? Okay. Fair enough. I think she's just coming out to placate me, make me feel good. Oh, you've heard me say it before, I just love camping in the rain. But my goodness, this is incredible. Being able to sit here with this view. Well, I'm not putting up with this. I'm playing the usual dance that you play with a fire where you sit in one place and then the smoke blows in your face and then you move and then the smoke blows in your face. Hey, so thanks for joining me, you guys. This is so cool. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit of a change from the norm. I will be going back to doing some rainy camps, but I've decided I don't want to waste the beautiful weather either. Just because I love camping in the rain doesn't mean I can't enjoy camping in the sun. So, fireside chat. What's been going on since I chatted to you last? Well, I have had a very eventful week. Not sure about you guys, but in my 40-something years of life, I have never had to call 111, which is our emergency services. Never ever. I've never even known what it would be like or what they'd say or anything like that. This week, I was in situations twice where myself or the person I was with had to ring 111. It's been an absolutely crazy week and so much to learn from it, so I thought I might tell you guys about it. You will have seen the little video of the Canterbury West Coast Air Rescue helicopter. Some New Zealanders, most New Zealanders, think of it as the Westpac Rescue helicopter, taking off from the top of a mountain. That was 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago at the top of Lagoon Saddle. Now Lagoon Saddle is where I went on my snow camp, which was 3 camps ago. If you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch it. It was really, really cool. I had such a great time. I had such a great time that a couple of friends said to me, do you want to go for a day walk? Let's go somewhere really cool. What would you suggest? And I said, Lagoon Saddle. So awesome. So my friends and I were up there. We got up to Lagoon Saddle and we were dropping down through the boggy ground on our way down to the tarn. And one of my friends fell into a really deep hole with her full weight. And long story short, she broke a bone in her ankle and damaged some ligaments. At the time we didn't know what it was, but she said, there is no way that I'm going to be able to walk out. No way. And I have to admit, and I'm being really honest here, as a really confident outdoorsy person, I've always thought that it would only be like complete life and death situation that I would ever activate my EPIB. Sorry, my PLB, personal locator beacon. But we were in this position where it was mid-afternoon. As it was, we only just had enough time, we probably had an extra hour of time to get back down before dark. We had timed it well, everything was going fine. But our friend couldn't walk, she couldn't put any weight on her foot. And it was 3 hours of walking back down. With an injured person like that, if we were to carry her, I would say it would have taken us probably, easily double, I would say 3 times as long, maybe 9 hours to get back. We would have been walking through the dark in really challenging conditions. Conditions are fine during the day when you can see what you're doing, but it's really rough underfoot. Lots of mud, lots of tree roots, steep, rocky. And so we were in a situation where we needed some help. My friend walked back a wee way and found a patch where she could get 1 bar of cell phone reception if she stood on the top of a rock, kind of like holding her phone. And she managed to ring 111 and they couldn't really hear her. She was cutting in and out. They were ringing her back a few times, and in the end they just said, do you have a PLB? If you do, set it off. And as I say, as an outdoorsy person, I've always thought, oh my gosh, what would it take for me to feel that I needed to set off my PLB? And so in that moment, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is this the time? Like, does it have to be life and death? How does it work? But there was no other way that we could get her down in daylight. And it's not warm in New Zealand at night at the moment. We are well into autumn, and we were at the top of a mountain. We were like, I don't know, it's about, might even be as high as 1,500 meters up there, maybe 1,200-1,300 meters. It's cold. It gets really, really cold. You saw the footage of the video. It was snowing up there. So you can't take any chances. Now, we were on a day walk, but we were well equipped. So we had puffer jackets, long pants, we had enough food, we had a good first aid kit and a survival blanket. We would have made do overnight, but it would have been so uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable. And then what are we going to do the next day? We've still got somebody with us who suspects they've broken their ankle, and she's not going to be able to walk out. So what's the point of sitting around and getting probably mild hypothermia or hypothermia? So we set the PLB off, and it was so interesting. It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick. I mean, I would say pretty quick. It's a 25-minute flight time from Christchurch out where the air rescue base is, and yeah, I would say they were there within 25 minutes. So as soon as they had confirmed our location based on the PLB, the rescue helicopter came out. And when they arrived, I said to them, you know, thank you for being so awesome about this. You know, it's really hard to know when is the right time to actually get help, and when you should just try and harden up, tough it out, you know, crawl your way back down the hill. And it was interesting what the guy said. He said you did exactly the right thing. And the reason for that is, he said, if you tried to carry her out, you would have injured yourself in the process. Stumbling in the dark with an injured person, it would have been absolute agony for her. You're more likely to escalate the situation and turn it into a life and death situation. At that time, it was a bad situation, but it wasn't life and death. But the life and death situations in those cases end up happening when you take unnecessary risks. And he said this is exactly why we're here. So I wanted to share that story with you because I think, ooh, it is windy. We've lost the light. Hold on. Just keeping an eye on all the embers. I'm sure that I'm not the only person who wonders about when is the right time to set off a PLB, and at what point are you like at what point does it become necessary? You know, because if we had sat around for much longer wondering about whether it was a bad enough situation to set it off, it would have got too late for the helicopter to be able to come out. Because there's rules around them flying in the dark. If the wind had picked up, I mean, at that point we had a bluebird day. It was a gorgeous afternoon. It was a bit of a wind, but it was a good time for a rescue. So I just want to encourage you, especially if you're from New Zealand, because I can only really talk about the situation that we have in New Zealand. In your country, it might be really different in terms of emergency services. The guy that was the paramedic was from South Africa, and I grew up in South Africa as well, and I kind of joked and said, you know, no disrespect to South Africa because I grew up there, but it's a different kettle of fish over there. We're really lucky to live in a country where we have a publicly funded system that is free for everyone.
So we pay Accident Compensation Corporation, ACC. We pay ACC levies through things like our fuel. There's a fuel excise tax, and through it's taken through our wages, and we also obviously pay tax, and the money for the rescue helicopter comes from those two places as well, to the best of my knowledge, and also from fundraising. So they need to fundraise $6 million, the West Coast Canterbury Air Rescue, to be able to offer the service they do. So I'm going to donate to them. I'm going to give them a donation because they did an incredible service. That would have been really expensive. So any profit I make on this video is going directly to the West Coast Canterbury Air Rescue as a thank you to them. And I just want to encourage you guys, please, 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 whatever you do, carry some kind of locator beacon with you when you're out and about. And don't be too proud to set it off. I am slightly proud. And one of the things I learned, one of my lessons that I learned in that situation, I would have activated the beacon, but it was my friend who sort of like immediately said, hey, you can't walk out. There's no other option. Set it off. And I would have come to the same conclusion, but it took me a little while to go, oh my gosh, like really? You need to be humble. You need to know where your limits are and when you need to ask for help. And in a situation like that, we needed help. So all's well that ended well. My friend and I absolutely legged it down the mountain because by the time the helicopter took off, it was 3:45. And sun is completely down by 6, maybe even earlier, 5:30. So we legged it down the mountain, got down there before sunset, and our friend headed off to the hospital, got checked out, did have a break, did have ligament damage, and is doing well. Fire was just taking too long. It's all very nice and romantic to cook your food on the fire, but sometimes it's just not practical. Like when it's taking forever. You still have to wait 5 minutes for your meal, and your meat's already done. It's a good time to use the cooker. Oh, look at this. Beautifully done. Beautiful. Here you go. That's for you. Yeah, that was a pretty good surprise, worth getting up for. So I didn't have a lot of wood. This is the last of it. But actually, it's enough. Because once I've had dinner, I'm going to make a hot chocolate. And then I'm actually just going to cozy up in my tent with Indy. It's going to be cozy, the two of us in there, but at least it's not raining, so we can have the door open if we want to. Hi! You saying thank you? You're welcome. You are welcome. That was a good treat. Yeah, I have got some in there. There's mine. You got more than me. You wanna lie down? Just don't get too near the fire, pup. Oh. I don't know if I can finish this. Is that why you're hanging around, just in case? It's really comfy in here. Somehow we've got a both fit in here. Do you think we could do that? What I think we need to do is put your mat at the back there. I think we'll end up sharing the mats, pup. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I'm going to hop into bed and then just make a hot chocolate down here. Fire's out. Indy is very much ready for bed. And I'm starting to feel tired too. So we'll see you in the morning. Good night, everybody. Good morning. Okay, just gentle, darling. Just gentle. Good girl. Good morning, pups. Is it time to hop up? Time for coffee, maybe. Some breakfast. Gentle, pup, gentle. You have to be gentle in this tent, otherwise you'll break things. especially the mesh. Go outside. Oh my goodness. Wait. Morning. Oh, it's fresh. Come sit here. Oh, hello, beautiful. Hello. Come lie down. She's had something to drink. She's had her breakfast. She's had a loose end. Aren't you? Coffee time. Indi. Lie down. Alright. That was close. She got coffee on her and I only got a bit. Can you lie down, please? I might just need to encourage her to go off wandering because this is a bit tricky. This coffee's hot. You can smell things, can't you, pup? There's some smells all around here. I think in the night some kind of critter came sniffing around the fire. Probably I realised that I had left the grill out, which had meat smells on it. But there's nothing to worry about. This is New Zealand. We don't have dangerous predators to worry about, so there's probably, it could have been a possum or a deer or a stoat or something like that. Oh. The sun started coming out before and you could see the line of sun on the far hills, but I think the clouds have covered the sun now, which is a bit of a shame because it's cold. I'm going to take you for a little walk to show you where my neighbours are. Not my literal neighbours. Figurative camping neighbours. There you are. Can you see them down there? There's a little yellow tent and a little
orange tent, and then we are over there. You can just see the top, just see the top of the tent. I hardly ever use these instant coffee sachets, but I just decided it was going to be easier. And they're not particularly strong, so coffee number 2. Come join you, Indy. So for breakfast this morning I have got Radix coconut breakfast with fruit and seeds and grains. It's nice. You add hot water, so it's sort of like a creamy porridge. It's pretty special being able to be out here. Pretty darn special. I hope that you guys have enjoyed coming along with us. Yeah. If you have, maybe think about liking and subscribing. You want to see more adventures with us? I'm concocting a plan for a road trip, and I'm going to be heading down south, down to Otago, Southland, Fiordland, West Coast. So make sure you're subscribed. And actually, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you that have subscribed. It's incredible how the channel's growing. It's awesome because the channel's growing slowly but steadily, and I like that because I like people to subscribe who really want to see this kind of content. And it's just steadily growing. It's really exciting. I'm heading towards 10,000. I think I'm kind of getting roughly towards 7.5. So I'm going to have to plan something really nice for 10,000. I'm also planning at 10,000 to open up YouTube membership, which is going to offer a whole lot of additional things. I'm busy concocting a plan about what that will be. But in the meantime, if you do want to be a member in a different way, you can be a member on Buy Me a Coffee. So on Buy Me a Coffee, I'll put a link for it. You can jump on there if you want to show Indi and I a little token of appreciation for the making of the videos, because it is a lot of hard work and it's really expensive, and I love doing it, but I do need to be able to cover my costs. So if you feel like leaving us a little donation, it would be amazing, absolutely amazing. You can also do that through YouTube Super Thanks. And I want to say a big special shout out to our newest member on Buy Me a Coffee, whose name is on the tip of my tongue, but I know if I try it I'm going to get it wrong. So I'm going to put it up here. Welcome, it's so good to have you on board. And members on Buy Me a Coffee get access to a few little perks. Yes, they do. So check it out if you're interested. And people show their appreciation in lots of different ways. And just watching the video right through, sharing it with others,
clicking the like button, leaving me a nice comment. All of those things are so appreciated. So it doesn't matter how you show your appreciation. In your own way is absolutely fantastic. Thank you just for watching. That's all that really matters. What do you want to say? You want to say thank you? Yeah, Indi says thank you. I did, yes, she's reminding me. I did forget to bring her her official treat that I bought with the Buy Me a Coffee money. I know, I'm silly. But I brought that lovely piece of meat and give most of it to you. That was your treat. Yes, that was your treat. Mummy will try not to be silly next time. Yes, yes. I actually had a bone for her, but it was in the fridge, so I forgot it. I want to show you a few views on the way out. The little streams that I crossed to get here are so super cute. Really, really cute. So I'll give you a bit more of a look around when we're heading out. We'll catch up with you then. Time to go?
We're about to enter the bush again and head down the valley, and I've got to make up a bit of time. Got kids to take to after school activities. Life goes on. But I'm so grateful for this beautiful place. I was just thinking, it's so nice to come out to a place that's unfamiliar and to find a new adventure, to find a new spot. It's like meeting a new person who becomes a great friend. I feel like this spot is a great friend, and I will be back. Thank you so much, Rough Creek. I'll be back to explore you further. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Indi. Where is she? There she is. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye from Indi. Goodbye from myself. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next adventure. Make sure you stay tuned for that South Island road trip with multiple stop-offs for beautiful camps. I look forward to sharing that with you. Take care. Bye.